Hey, hope you're doing well here today. Gonna go over your quiz here. You can redo it, and if you missed one question on it, then you can get a perfect. If you missed more than one question on it, well, you can bring up your score to an 83%, which is 5 out of 6. The last one, if you got right, is bonus. You don't have to redo it. If you're happy with your score, you just get what you get. So anyhow, let's go through this, and I will try to explain it pretty well today. This is your last, nope, not your last video. Tomorrow I'm going to give you something else that will hopefully help you grade there. I'm going to give you a little homework assignment that I'm going to count as a score after we go through a little video. So it's going to take you a little bit of time, but in the end it's going to help your grade out, and so you should be thankful for that. All right, so this first problem here is pretty straightforward. Now some of you guys missed it. In fact, half of you guys missed this. All right, what is the measure of arc ABC? All right, so let's figure out where arc ABC is. Let's highlight it. You have to go in order. A, B, C. Okay, so that's less than half of a circle. Now I do know that I know at the beginning of this section I mentioned minor arcs were less than 180 degrees, and they had only 2 letters. Well, the book didn't follow that here, I guess, and they called a minor arc something with 3 letters. But anyways, this is ABC, okay? You can't just like skip, it doesn't make sense to go any other order, okay? You just have to go alphabetically. So what is the measure of this angle? All right, it's right there, okay? It's not a trick question. There it is, okay? You don't have to do much work for this, okay? Some of you guys subtracted from 360. No, that would be this arc over here, okay? But you're doing arc ABC. All right, let's go on to the next one here. What is the length of PR? Okay, so this time they only used 2 letters, which, you know, it's, I don't know, it's kind of inconsistent, but that's okay. All right, so they give you the angle, okay, 2/3 pi radians. Remember, radians is another way to name an angle, okay? I talked about that in that one lesson. You guys hopefully watched that video. If you didn't, then, well, you might not know what a radian is. But a radian is another name for a different type of angle, okay? So they're measuring the angle with relationship to the radius. That's why I call it radian. We won't go into the details of that, but 2 pi is a whole 360, so 2/3 pi radians is the measure of this angle PR. All right, now let's see what formula we use to figure out length if we know the angle in radians. Go back to this helpful handy sheet. Look, radians, we're going to just do S equals theta R, where theta is equal to the angle. So in this particular problem, you're doing S is equal to length, okay? So I don't know why they use S for length. It's kind of boggles the mind there. But the length is equal to theta, where theta is the angle times the radius. All right, so it is 2/3, okay, pi, that's theta. All right, so this is theta here. Now what's the radius? Times 8. All right, so hopefully you can figure out which one is the right answer. Let's go to the next one here. Ta-da. What is the length of MPN? Okay, so this time you're doing the major arc MPN. This one's a little bit more tricky because you gotta do a little work, and you're not given it in radians. So once again, go to the helpful theorem formula sheet here. Okay, so the length of an arc given degrees is brought to you by this formula here, which is a fraction over 360. So how many degrees it is over 360 times 2 pi r. All right, let's go back. Boop. All right, so let's see here. MPN is not 44 degrees, okay? So the measure of this arc, MPN, okay, in degrees is equal to 360 minus 44 degrees. So you have to figure that out first, because there's 360 in a circle minus 44 degrees. All right, so that's 316, okay? So that's 316 degrees. Now remember how to calculate arc length, okay? Or S, okay? N over 360. So you do 316 over 360, okay, multiplied by 2 pi r. 2 pi, and r is the radius here, which is 5. All right? Now, I don't know what the answer is, but you got to simplify this out here, and it's got to be one of these. All right, so hopefully that's good enough to help you with that question there. Now, what I would do is maybe multiply, or maybe cross out this 2 with 360, or cross out the 5 with 360. I mean, you could multiply first and then cross out stuff. All right, I see what I would do. I'd probably do 5 times 2 is 10, and then take 360 divided by 10, okay? And then that will make things a little bit easier. Just make sure you reduce that right. Okay, let's talk about this one. This one is the first area one, okay? You're talking about area a little bit here. So we're dealing with the shaded segment. Which one is true and which one is false? Okay, so, well, JKL is from here to here to here. Okay, so you should be able to figure out how many degrees that is. All right, and then one of these two areas is correct. Okay, area of a shaded sector. Okay, so remember the formula for a sector. It's N over 360. N is how many degrees it is out of the whole circle. So how many degrees is this shaded part out of the whole circle times pi times the radius squared. Okay, this is the formula for area of a circle. The last problem did formula for circumference of a circle. All right, going over here, this is the area formula right here, and not this formula, which is dealing with arc length. Okay, so you're using this one in this particular problem here. All right, so, well, it's not 130 over 360, I'll tell you that much. All right, and r squared, r is equal to 10 here, so you're going to do 10 squared. All right, you got to reduce it and figure out which one of these two is correct. All right, I'm not going to do it for you. You guys got to take some initiative here, but, you know, I pretty much set it all up for you. You need to figure out what n is. Okay, it's kind of right there for you. All right, next problem here. It is, which is an expression in square units of the shaded segment. Okay, so this is the one that was bonus, and if you get it right this time, it'll still help your grade a little better if you can figure this out here. All right, now you have two things here. You have a sector, area of a sector, and a triangle. To figure out the area of a segment, remember what you're doing is taking, it says it right down here, segment area equals sector area minus the triangle area. Okay, so let's figure out that sector first. Okay, so the sector area of the sector is equal to n over 360. So this time it's a 90-degree angle, so you're going to do 90 over 360. Okay, 90 over 360 reduces to 1/4, by the way, which is nice, times pi times r squared. Now, they don't tell you what r is this time, but it doesn't matter. All right. Now, the area of a triangle. So the area for the triangle is 1/2 the base of the triangle, which the base of the triangle is, it's not this unknown here, okay, that you could flip the triangle whichever way you please. and call that the base here. So why don't you flip it to one of the sides you know, okay? If this side is r, then this side is r, so the base is definitely r. And the height is the side that's perpendicular to the base, so that's also r. Okay, so it's a half times r, which is r squared. That's the area of a triangle. Now remember, you have to subtract the two of these. All right? And the sector is the one that you start starting with, 1/4 pi r squared minus 1/2 r squared. All right? Then after that, what the book did is they actually factored, which is like reverse distributed. Okay, so they factored out a number, and they factored out an r squared. Okay, they didn't leave their answer, like you see how C is tempting you to say that this is the answer. That's not the answer, okay? It's one of the factored forms, so you have to make sure that the factored form that you pick is equivalent to this if you distribute, okay? So that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. You have to use your brains and figure that out, okay? But, okay, hope this helps you a lot. And like I said, I'm going to definitely give you a better score. You know, unless you only missed one on the first one, you're not going to get 100% if you get 100% on this one. But I think I'm going to make it go up to at least an 83%. So that's pretty good, regardless. And you also did a bonus assignment. So if you did the bonus and you get up to an 83, well, guess what? You put those together and that's 100%. So not so bad. All right. Anyhow, have a great day, guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.